Hey everyone, this is Mr. Burns, and I'm going to go over your civics lesson for January 19th and 20th if you're home. 19th for Blue Day, 20th for Gold Day. The 19th is a religious observation day. We're not really doing anything new, kind of reviewing what we did last week, getting ready for next week's quiz. And the 20th is an early release day, and we're kind of following the same pattern where we're just kind of doing the same lesson. The quarter ends on the 20th, so make sure any missing assignments are turned in, specifically the Unit 4 vocab. A couple of you might still have your Finance Park vocab out there. That's not turned in. Well, I'm in the Schoology folder, Unit 4, January 19th. This is for period 1, but for periods 2 and 8, it'll say January 20th. And you're going to see these two handouts here. These are, we're actually doing a physical handout for this class. The first half, top half of it will look like this. And if you want to either print this out or write your answers on a scrap of paper and just look at this, that's fine. You can see what you have to do here is determine which type of power and then explain the difference between federalism and separation of powers. The second half of it will look like this. It'll be the second half of the front of the page. It'll be a matching. So you can, again, do this on paper if you want. And, we'll go over it from there. And, if you have questions, you can ask me before the quiz. But you can use your notes to check as well. And then the third thing, let's see. So we'll do those two things first. We'll go over them. And then we're going to do an activity where we do kind of a jigsaw. And you get to pick, because if you're home, you get to pick which article you want to read. Pick one of these 5 articles. It'll force you to make a copy of it on Google in your Drive. And you can pick any one of these 5. And what you're going to do here for a little extension is complete this FQR. And you can see here, this is a very small version. It's a PNG file, so it's not going to be really one you can print. But you can, again, take out this sheet of scrap paper and kind of write 3 columns, facts. Try to get 5 facts from the article. Create 3 questions as you read and try to find those answers in the responses, or maybe make a response that makes an educated guess about that question as you're reading. Create questions and responses. It's just a way to get you to learn about something a little bit more. You can do more than one if you want. But really, the focus is just to kind of get a little extension. And in class, we'll obviously do some kind of jigsaw and have the classes share with one another. And then the next thing we're going to do is work on our project for the rest of class. We're not going to really do an exit ticket this day. We're going to kind of work on turning in the documents, since the documents are due at the end of this class. So you should finish them by the end of this class, or end of the day, if you will. This is going to be a 3rd quarter grade, but I just want to set a due date so we can move on next week to the next part of the project. So you'll be doing document C, assuming you're done with A and B already in your background essay questions. Slides 14 and 15 is document C, and you can see there's 2 slightly different documents. They're all focused on the same topic, but you can see document C is here and here. You can see that there's 5 questions total. And then document D, has 3 questions on this slide, and then really 3 questions on this slide. These kind of are similar questions, but part 1, part 2, if you will, A and B. Question 5 at the end is the same for every one. It's really important to answer the 5th question honestly and accurately. And then you can see from when we're done that once you're done with all this information, that you can turn this in, and we'll do the part 2 later on next week. But make sure you get this done. This is really important. It's going to be a 25-point classwork grade, project grade, and it will lead into our essay, which will be either essay or RAF, depending on what class you're in. And then that'll lead into a 40-point grade. So make sure we're completing this and keeping up and using class time effectively. So if you're at home, this is something you can do. You can finish this up. You can make sure all your grades, assignments are in, so that when your teacher goes to do the grades, you're ready to go. Great. Let me know if you have questions when you return. And remember, we have no school on the 21st for a teacher work day, and no school on the 24th for a staff development day. All right, so I'll see you next week. Have a great day.